The principle of project management was one of the most enlightening modules I have ever undertaken. It has changed the way I look at project management from the ground up. Before this particular module, I had a little perception of project management that was more or less on assumption and misconception. Nevertheless, by participating in the development of a Spring Garden Party portfolio for the charity event, I managed to fill the gap between the theory and practice. The paper present an analysis of the lesson I learned, challenges I faced, the way of addressing those challenges, and how the whole process has transformed my perception about project management as a profession. I must mention that the initial understanding and early challenges before it started the module, I must admit that the amount of information and topics that related to the project management seemed quite vast to me. Some of the concepts were explained in class. For instance, WBS, RSCA metrics, risk severity metrics, and KPI were new to me. First, I had time to understand them, and I also recall having difficulties in the application of framework, particularly when I was attempting to integrate feasible plan for this charity event. One of the problem I encountered in the beginning was I remember the issue of time. Managing these projects together with other academic activity was challenging, since it is a call for proper time management. Since the Spring Garden Party was a realistic but a fictional but a fictitious event, there were numerous activities that were closely connected to each other. Planning of the location, the roles and the responsibility of the team, the creation of the budget, risk assessment, and management and partnership with various stakeholders. First of all, I did not realize that will be a lot of work to do. I did not get a schedule for myself, which caused me some stress in the week. Then I try to overcome the difficulties through structured learning. In order to cope with these challenges, I chose providing learning approaches to ensure that I have a clear understanding of the practical applicability of those each concept. I constantly refer PM book guide and 2021, Newton 2060, and OSK 2011. I also started to design the theoretical models into different and components that I could understand for or how different types of how to the instance creating of WBC. I started design the theoretical models into different components I undertake. For instance, when creating the WBS, I ensured that each delivery map to an objective of the event is this enable me to how difficult the task would be for importance in this event. I also I also consulted with my peers for help me to gain the importance of instinct towards making the project more feasible. For example, while developing the project plan, overlooked the risks, the contingency cost due to the bad weather condition. The discussion with my peers and further reading also made me aware to not accept the risk planning that I have not considered it before, and considered it before and what and before and as a result I was able to come up with much more elaborate risk management plan that incorporated with potential change of venue and backup equipment. In the aspect of time, I was able to use the project schedules like Gantt chart to help me to in time management, and also gave the event plan a professional task. The practical use of the project tools in case helped me to understand the and the practicality of the tools in real life. Instinct gained from the team planning and leadership. The most engaging aspect of the process was to formation of the project team and determine the roles of team member. I realized the advantage of having people uh, with a specific responsibility are solely dedicated as a particular project. When I opted for the project as structure, I was fulfilled uh, to be able the role like logistic coordinator, marketing marketing lead, and finance officer, and see how their tasks overlap using the RSA matrix. Reflecting on my leadership visa was also a part of the process of designing. I adopted a collaboration and motivational leadership style based on Newton 2060 because I'm the opinion that people should be encouraged to speak out. Thus, I thus I notice the importance of emotional intelligence in managing and conflict, encouraging the team, and making decision while under pressure. Taught me leadership is not just being assigned tasks or responsibility, but about by bringing people work objective into a harmony. It was necessary to consider that how to motivate the hypothetical team members, make them very useful or to build a sense of reasonable for make of I say the ownership. It enhanced my knowledge about the stakeholders and management. It was also very useful to see how internal management as important as the external one. Budgeting, if I talk about my budgeting and risk management and KPIs, a new level of precision. Another special experience I gained during the project was learning how to prepare a project budget that was very close to real life. At cost estimation appeared to be guesswork, but the bottom up estimation helped me for real vendor prices gained in signal and in every single cost, including in contingency, using the information from the market specific often specifically blue sky event service, Vispirant and IKEA, in compared with professionalism into portfolio. In compared to professionalism into portfolio, I must admit that I have to incorporate everything in everything into financial way. The professionalism portfolio realized the importance of financial learning point to develop the project, knowing the risks such as bad weather, low price tickets, and equipment breakdowns made me realize something. It is it is a project absence of mischief that could be result of good planning. The severity matrix made me adopt the strategic approach in allocating proper reasonable measure to the risks. It was also a new it was also a new concept for me to addition having the to mitigating measure. It is also necessary to have the contingency actions that I take. The establishing KPI was now also eye-opening. I was able to gain to understand how project can be evaluated beyond financial perspective, evaluating the attendance satisfaction, volunteers engagement, and budget deviation made me consider the project performance more angles. These metrics help me to understand how performance data can be used in decision making during occur of an event or other events. Communication and stakeholders are two fundamental fundamental case of my success, two fundamental of success. I think one of the most important things I have learned through this model is the importance of communication process that bring this success. That bring this success. The communication plan of project that I implemented, I developed with internal team update, stakeholder briefing, and sponsor engagement plan. I made realistic importance communication, referring to the suggestion made by Dawson and Anthropoulos 2017. I introduced weekly team meeting, email status update, and stakeholder reports, enhanced by the level of transparency and accountability. I also learned that the stakeholders can then categorize based on the power of intelligence they have in organization. In efforts to help me provide the required amount of time and effort to dedicate the university administration is sponsor and volunteer and representatives of charity. It made me learn that stakeholder management is not only a communication process but involves to managing their interaction with stakeholders is a professional and responsible manner through project lifestyle cycle. Effectiveness on projects on my understanding the project management. This modules has revolutionized my thinking of concept of management. At first I considered that teaching these fields involve schedules and times, and I appreciate it was an integrated concept that involves leadership, communication, finance finance, and everything was in a very structured way. Now I perceive as an integrated concept that involves leadership, communications. This process creating the Spring Guiding Party portfolio allowed me to gain not only the technical skill but also the ability to work with team, uh, work with team, work with team. The process of creating the work with team to change and manage the situation, which is unpredictable. It also changed my goals that the events of non-profit industry where there is a blend of art, social causes, and order. I am more equipped with undertake and manage and lifestyle that is important in principle of project management module. I have learned a great deal that gain increase confidence from the first misunderstanding that the formation of accurate concept. The part I helped that part is help actually for me to understand and gain engaged from the knowledge formation component. The path helped me to project and systematically by we leader with focus people and think about the potential problem and trends that solution. The Spring Garden Party project give me the opportunity to use the knowledge I have practiced to learn about the dynamic for the team and the principle of budgeting and risk management that I use, and construction of communication strategy. Above all, it has assisted me in understanding the project management as a way of thinking accomplish in a purposeful change.